The first time I played through Disgaea, my world changed. I was expecting just a decent tactical RPG with a cool-looking art style. I got a steaming pile of ground madness that, in lying there in a pile, continued to grind. A perpetual level machine. A strange tale of angelic assassins, an interstellar cheesecake, and a dude named Mid-Boss. Demon penguins. A nigh infinite number of dungeons accessed by jumping into and leveling your items. Color combos. Geo effects. The eternal question. Who the hell is Mr. Jensi? It was freaking magical. That was more than a decade ago, a game as distant from me now as Shining Force was from it. And in the grand tradition of trying to milk a few more bucks out of a niche market, it's been ported to the DS from the PSP's Afternoon of Darkness version, because the only thing more destructive than slamming through 9,999 levels of hellish mayhem is being able to do it anywhere. And for the most part, it succeeds. For the most part. The Netherworld's officially gone to hell. King Khrushchevskoy is dead, choked to death on a pretzel, sound familiar, and his son's been asleep for 2 years since, not in mourning mind, just because he wanted a nap. But Sonny Laharl's an ambitious youth, and immediately he takes it upon himself to reunite the Netherworld, partly to restore order, and mostly because he's a megalomaniacal bastard. He's assisted to this end by bat-winged vassal Etna, his would-be assassin Flan, all the various leaders he manages to subjugate over the course of the game, and other units he can create as needed. From there, it's a madcap tactical adventure throughout hellish landscapes, random abstract dungeons, and intense number crunching. Well, we already knew that, didn't we? The question we really need to ask is, how the hell did they jam a PS2 game onto the DS? It shouldn't be shocking that corners were cut, but fortunately they were the right corners. Large chunks of the vocal performance got the axe, instead just going with captions and, on occasion, a bonus Prinny on the top screen riffing on the goings-on. I'm gonna call him Crow. The animation's not as flashy as the original version, and the graphics are scaled back quite a bit, but you're still getting the gist of that over-the-top Disgaea action, with in-battle shouts and the soundtrack you fell in love with all in place. Really, the most disorienting thing about the presentation is the sinking feeling that the animation's running just a little bit more slowly, which doesn't seem like too big a deal, just looks weird is all.
Lord, give me strength!
I realize that in a world where Disgaea is well known, it's not going to have that really transgressive punch it used to have. Nowadays, folks expect games like this to extend through thousands of levels, with a large percentage of the content available only after the game itself is completed, and you've beaten the hell out of the demonic Senate a couple times. To its credit though, Disgaea DS tries to freshen things up by including a number of the PSP's bonus features, like an Etna-centric bonus storyline and a few innovations from later on in the series like Geo Blocks. It won't replace the original, and it looks really rough in comparison to the PS3's new Disgaea D2, but if you're like me, the value of having yet another tactical RPG immediately available wherever you go just might be enough.
Nay, yay, nay.
Yeah.
Yay, nay, nay.
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 Yeah.